Yeah. Hello. Hello, everybody. Hello, world. It's 2:23 o'clock in the morning here in Angola. Angola, Africa. Luanda, Angola, Africa. Luanda, capital of Angola. This country, if you don't know. This one. This is Angola. This is Angola. It's at the coast of Africa. It's at the left side, left side of the coast of Africa. In the Atlantic, under the Atlantic Ocean. Look for Benguela Currents. Benguela Currents. You'll find Angola. Between Namibia and Congo. And the first in Congo. I was going out or energy drink to be able to sleep, and I couldn't because the police stopped me in the streets and almost arrested me. But they had judicial law to do so. Angola is under martial law. Angola is under martial law, and this martial law started 3 years ago in 2015, or in 2015, with the incursion of heavy Islam and heavy Muslim rich people coming to Angola. They also were bringing their habits here to Angola: sex, food and beverages, and lifestyle. If you go outside just now, Luanda is empty. The streets are empty. They're gonna say this is time to sleep. This is not a Muslim country. This was never a Muslim country. This time in Angola, in 2014, you'd find a lot of people, a lot of girls to fornicate and adulterate and have sex, and a lot of good things to do, and a lot of shops open called holots, which would sell you hamburgers or food, and a lot of ladies doing their daily wages by selling small pieces of meat called pincho, and a lot of drinks called in Janela Berta. By the way, the Janela Berta was a gift of the Chinese and the Arabs. It was the Trojan horse to say that the country was going better. I would like to say that this country sold itself out like in slavery. Their ancestors sold themselves by toothpaste and mirrors. This time they sold themselves for Brazilian hair and an iPhone. I keep telling them this shit. They didn't listen to me. Now they're suffering, and they're suffering a lot. Only today I saw this. Only today I saw that this Angola is suffering. I'm Angolan myself, but I always distanciated myself from Angola. I always spoke the truth. And most of the time I tried to speak the truth, and I pushed forward righteousness and integrity. And the people didn't listen to me. Now I know why the people are listening to me, why the people are now cheering me up so much. It's not fake, they need me. Because I'm one of the only Angolans who speaks the shit that I speak. One of the only people in the world who speak the shit that I speak. And I'm being so much targeted. I didn't know what I was doing. I was really putting myself in front of horrible pain and misery that I'm bringing to myself. But it's already done and must continue to be done in order for the salvation of anybody in the future. You keep listening to videos on YouTube with actors and shit like that. Those are from America, Babylon. It's all controlled by this man, YouTube, Google. It's not true. They are not true speakers. They are the reason why you go into your house, switch on the television, and you relax. The policeman told me in very few words that the world is fucked up. Since I don't just care about Angola, and that's the problem with many of you. You just care about your country, your place. So you don't know what the other from the other side of the world is passing through. You don't know that if you actually know what the other is passing through, you can help him and he can help you. Because you're just concerned with your fucking country, and it shouldn't be like that. If we stick our hands together, we can defend ourselves. That's how I'm defending so much the people, by being there for the people and knowing what the people doing, what the people are going through. I just tried to leave at 1 o'clock. It was 1 o'clock. It was 1 o'clock. I stayed 25 minutes talking to the police. They searched me. They took everything from my pockets, and yeah, Angola is under martial law. Fucking forget everything that John Lorenzo is saying. John Lorenzo is a Obama. John Lorenzo is a Barack Obama. He's a face. John Lorenzo is a Angela Merkel. He's a face. He's gonna destroy. He has destroyed Angola. Eduardo dos Santos. Yesterday, the day before yesterday, they made yesterday, Sunday, they made the party of his commemoration of his election. The guys was democracy under Angola and improvement under João Lourenço. There's no improvement. We are eating plastic food. The food has no taste. Food that was native to Angola is exported outside and the Angolan people don't eat. And the problem is the Angolan people starve. Angolan people are starving. There is no food in Angola. I thought it was okay because I live in Talatona. I live in the best place to live in Angola. That's why I live here, so that a person like me with the fucking shit in the brain that they put me, they gave me a 5G beta test. I told the people this is a experiment, the entertainment and diversion. The people didn't listen to me. Now the people are listening to me. Inside my head is a M Kappa Ultra transmitter that works with the cell phone towers, the same cell phone towers for 5G networks. These same networks that use the cell phone's internet. That is to transmit my thoughts. That's why many people can listen to my thoughts. And many targeted individuals like myself have their thoughts stolen. That's what 5G is, this so-called fast internet for the phones is for. It's not for your fucking entertainment, or for your fucking internet, or for your fucking emails. It's to stream your thoughts to a center like the computer from Google's and quantum computers from NSA in America to listen to your thoughts. The shackles will no longer just be in the hands, will be in the head also. And I try to talk to the world about it. I try to say to the world, I'm just a diversion. They were using me to divert your attention to me in terrorism, while they were doing laws that kill us. Angola is under martial law. Here in Angola is forbidden. A lot of things are forbidden, and so the solution to disguise this is a lot of parties and John Lorenzo around the world talking a lot of good speeches that should have come a long time ago by his homologo José Eduardo dos Santos. They're using the. Listen, I'm speaking and I'm a known person. I got 0 visitors in my YouTube. So if you get to see this video, ask yourself, how come nobody commented on this video? How come nobody watched this video? Yet this guy is a known guy. To pick up my video, I must have been known, because I mean YouTube has millions of subscribers. I'm a known person. And every time I try this thing on YouTube or Facebook, which I have a lot of so-called friends, Facebook friends, nobody comes to watch my videos. This is censorship. They were censoring. See, this is all coming from United States of America, and Islam and United States of America are allies. Israel is also funding this. China is the enforcer of this. Brazil is the decorator of what they're doing. Brazil is the Herman Groen, the prime minister of propaganda from the Nazi regime. It's Brazil, Portugal, and some other European countries, which I cannot say. I think it's France and Germany. But Germany is so fucked up under Angela Merkel. She's trying to do some shit there. Portugal, Brazil, France, and some other in the European Union, masquerading that everything is all right. And don't forget the conventional media, the news agencies. And don't forget these musicians, these American musicians. Just one more thing, supporting Kanye West. It is a choice what we're living through. It is a choice. It is a problem of consciousness and responsibility. If majority of people stood up instead of going to Black Lives Matter and Garbage Matter and said, I have a responsibility to myself and to others next to me to read the laws that are being implemented and to say no to most of these laws, as choice, making their choice regardless of the conditions that they were going to make those choice, we were going to be saved from this. Kanye West was right. Slavery was a choice. Fuck you motherfuckers who say it wasn't. Because it's your choice to live good while I'm being raped in the ass in my house. This is my house, beautiful house. I get raped inside this house. And I'm living with a girl who also is getting molested. Huh? and none of you motherfuckers open your houses to give aid. So it's a choice. Slavery and what we live in today is a choice. Kanye West, you are right. Stop apologizing unless you want the money more than the what you're working. But you already done your work. Just get your money and get the fuck out, because I don't think there's anywhere to escape this shit. We're gonna have to do the harder work to fight a war unprepared and under revolt status, no longer as an equal war status, but revolt status. This was never World War III about Russia and the government. This is the government, the religions against the human beings, against the Lyrians, which is what you call human beings. Not even the United Nations recognizes human rights anymore. Not even the United Nations. In fact, saying not even the United Nations is a mistake. The United Nations is the person who passes visas for the corporations to act everywhere in the world and with impunity. It's the United Nations. Make no mistake. United States protects the corporation militarily, but who makes laws is the United Nations, the governing body of this world that attributes laws, international laws, and attributes the United States foreign policy is the United Nations. Nikki Hayden is a whore, and I don't know if I should say this shit here. She's a motherfucking witch. That's why she behaves the way she does. She owns that shit, because she does. That's United States house there. It's in New York. Like the World Cup. Why didn't they make sessions around the world like the World Cup? Why is it only in the United States? Why is it in the middle of downtown New York? And why the hell is it surrounded by space, open space that can be influenced by electromagnetic weapons, like mind control weapons? If you don't know what I'm talking about, shut the fuck up and go in research, because that's the problem right there. It's a choice that you don't know what I'm talking about. It's a choice. You prefer to listen to Snoop Dogg, who tells you to smoke weed, and when the police catches you with weed, you get 25 years arrested. You stupid. You stupid. Snoop Dogg has a lot of money, and they asked him to make those musics talking about weed so that you can be arrested, and the government makes money when you go to jail and you're a slave. Weed. What the fuck are you doing with weed? The whole world is burning and you want to play Snoop Dogg and play games. Look, there's my video game. My PlayStation 4. I don't play that shit anymore. I'm tired. I'm not tired. I cannot play. The whole world is burning and I don't play that shit. I wasted a lot of money to get that PlayStation 4. You're gonna say, oh, but at least you have it. I wish sometimes I didn't have it. I'm trying to sell it for 3 years now, to get some money, to buy some money, because I don't have money. This is my father's house. This is not my house. This is my father's house. I'm 33 years old. I'm living under my father. And that's why I didn't saw the world burning. Or I'm not seeing the world burning as I should have seen, or I should see. Islam, United States, Israel, China, yes, China, Brazil, are destroying the whole of Africa and the whole of the world. This is Angola. We're supposed to be partying at this time. Your neighbor was supposed to be bothering you under heavy partying. There's no longer sex in this shit. All women are having sex for money. All women are having sex for money. All women are having sex for money. If you don't have sex with them, you need to pay them something for the food. And the most fucked up thing is the ones that mostly are doing this are married women. Do you know why? Because they need to feed their babies. Their father works, she works, but it's not enough to feed the babies. We are eating shit here. We have a national debt of 56,000 euros per person in Angola. It came out of nowhere. Angola had it already, all its debt paid and pardoned, and made huge debts with China, just so that the ex-president and his family could have steal it. The ex-president and the new president, so they could steal it and share the money. Now we got a debt of 56,000 euros per person. And you know how that debt came? By just importing food. Yes, food. Banana, beans, rice, shit that Angola has and produced in mass quantities, enough to feed the country. All it needed was some trucks and tractors and something to increase the agriculture stuff. Brazil and Portugal came in, destroyed, and China, came in Angola, destroyed all Angolan national companies, including Sonangol, Brazil, China, Portugal. They destroyed Angola's infrastructure. The old infrastructure that the so-called Portuguese brag so much that they made, they didn't make that shit. The old infrastructure from the Portuguese, it never worked. It was fucked up even before they left Angola. The Angolans grabbed what was left and made it something out of it, like the company Sonangol. But when they came back, now that they came back in 2000, they destroyed everything. They destroyed everything, and it was on purpose. The first thing that they destroyed was the Angolan arranged economy with the United States. Dollar for petrol. Now we get paid in kwanza and we are suffering like shit. We starving. The country has money. It still has oil. But overselling our natural resources and at such a cheap price that comparable, it would be like buying your wife's underwear would be more expensive than buying Angolan natural resources. Comparably, metaphorically comparing, to buy your wife a G-string would be much more expensive to buy Angolan resources. We gave 30% of that map that I showed you of the Angolan national territory, which is now coming out gold. You go to the Facebook, you find this company that is extracting from Angola gold, diamond, iron ore, gold ore, and shit like that. They're commercializing it like if it is normal products. This is huge resources: iron ore, gold, diamonds. This is all not Angolan resources, and they're commercializing on the internet like if it is you commercializing Android phones, computer, headphones. They're commercializing it like that for international players, but from Angola. And the people are eating shit. So we are trading huge quantities of resources and money in resources for food that is garbage. It's not even generic. It's genetically modified food of the lowest quality, of the lowest. I didn't say between the lowest quality or under the low. This is the lowest of lowest quality. The wages here do not keep up with the requirements to live now. For example, I'm using this Android phone to make this video. I definitely need internet. It's just that my father is rich. I need internet. I need the gas burner to cook. You guys in Europe use gas to heat up your houses. Electricity, over expensive also. And the wages do not keep up. Most of the people are living and incurring debt every month. They are not incurring debt with the banks, the loan sharkers. No. They're incurring personal debts with their friends, which are incurring personal debts with their friends, until it reaches the bank. So you can see in this whole story who's winning at the banks in Angola. BAE, Banco de Investimento Africano, BIG, which is from Isabel dos Santos, BESA, which is Banco Espírito Santo de Angola, Banco Sol, Banco Milênio or Banco Atlântico, all these banks, Banco BFA, Banco de Fomento Angolano, they are all Portuguese banks. With the exception of one or the other, but they are all Portuguese banks, sucking up the life of Angola. They sacked the Angolan National Bank, BNA, Banco Nacional de Angola. They sacked the power of BNA. They sacked, not sacked, sacked. They ransacked. They coup d'etat Banco Nacional de Angola. Now they own Angola, not just economically. They stole the money from Angola. And they steal the international currencies that is deposited in the banks, BNA, by selling those currencies in the informal market, the criminal markets, that they themselves to come into Angola said if Angola didn't straighten itself up, they weren't gonna make business with Angola. That's why until now in Angola, we don't own credit cards, but that's a strategical military tactics. Is to cut communications, to cut aid. You take out the supply of your enemy and you own him. and you have seized him from reinforcements. That's what they did with the credit cards and no communications. Our internet doesn't communicate outside Angola, and that's why they did that. It all started with that shit in Davos, the shit that was showing in Euronews and all other channels. Davos, when they in 2016 or 17, when they say the world needs to be deglobalized, out of next morning it was being implemented. Next morning it was being implemented. I've been watching what's going on in the Dominican Republic, and it's the same thing that is happening in Angola, but much worse, a little bit more advanced. The police is on a rampage. In both countries or in the whole world, the police is in a rampage. The police is helping these motherfuckers kill people. Don't trust the police. This video has 21 minutes and 3 seconds. I'm gonna leave it here because I think I already spoke too much. The title is self-explanatory, where the shit is coming from.